Hey, Tim from Budget Bronco here. Welcome back to the channel. If you've been following along, you know that the inspiration for my Base Bronco and the mods that I've been doing is the Jay Leno 1968 Resto Mod Bronco. I'll show a picture here. And as you see that picture, you can see a lot of the kind of look and feel that I've done so far is kind of getting that vibe. But the one big exception being the number one question that I get from viewers, and I really appreciate all the comments that you make. Are you going to go with the white top? And the answer is yes. We are going to be doing that today in this video. A lot of people ask, are you going to paint the top? Are you going to wrap the top? The answer is I'm going to wrap the top, at least initially. Reason being, Ford has a customer satisfaction program where early MIC top owners like myself are going to be getting a replacement top anyway. So my plan is to wrap the top to start with, practice, see how it goes, and then in the summertime, since I'm getting a new top anyway, I will then think about, do I want to wrap again or maybe go with a painted top. But either way, it'll be nice to see how it looks in white. I can do some practicing. I've already started on the top panels, and I can tell you wrapping is really difficult if you have no practice. I have zero practice. I'm not a professional wrapper. I'm not trying to be one. Those guys are pros, and it's actually pretty difficult. But we're going to show you how it's done anyway, prove to you that it can be done. I'll show you the steps that I went through. And then when we're all done, we'll be able to get a look and see of how the white top looks with this setup that I've got going, and we'll go from there. So let's go. Before we get into the wrapping videos, first let me show you the wrap that I'm using and the layout based on the wrap that I purchased. So everything here in this diagram is based on the 2-door Bronco. The 4-door, you'll have to buy more wrap and we'll have additional panels to wrap. I'm using 3M2080 with the G10 color code, which is white gloss, that I purchased for $170 on Amazon. I'll include a link here at the top of the video if you want to go check that out. The first thing to note is that standard wrap is 60 inches wide, and the wrap that I purchased, based on all these measurements that I made, you need to buy 15 feet of wrap. That'll be enough to cover all the different sections that I have laid out here. So the first two pieces that I'll wrap are the two front top panels, removable top panels, one for the left, one for the right. On the wrap, you'll cut out two sections, 35 inches by 33 inches. These are easier to wrap if you take them off the vehicle. So the next video you'll see is me wrapping these panels. After I did the top panels, the next part I moved to was the rear side windows. They're identical. You have one on the left, one on the right. You'll cut the wrap right down the middle so you get 30 inches tall for the windows, and then you'll want to cut these sections 50 inches long, identical, one on the left, one on the right. You'll have a section in the middle where you can cut that out and use it for scrap or extra if you want, because the window, essentially, you're going to be wrapping looks like a pane, a window pane or a frame around the window. That's the part that you'll be wrapping, shown in gray there. One on the left, one on the right. That leaves you a 60-inch by 55-inch section for the top part of the main cap. And then on the rear, there's actually three pieces. You'll see this in the video. Two L-shaped pieces, one for the right, one for the left, and then another piece that goes along the top of the rear glass. So if you cut out the wrap, just like I've illustrated here with all of these measurements that I carefully made, 15 feet of wrap will enable you to do all the different sections of the Bronco with 9 inches of wrap left over, just in case. So on to the wrap. I will first show the process for the top panels. So as I noted, I'm working on these panels indoors at room temperature. A lot easier, especially when it's cold in the garage, as it was for me. If you're doing this at a warmer temperature, the film is more pliable, a little stickier on the adhesive on the back. Just generally makes it easier to work with. And I'm going to explain the process that I used. There's lots of videos out there on YouTube from professionals with a lot of tips and guidance. So I'm just going to show you how I did it and explain what I'm doing here. Starting in the middle with the squeegee there, I'll put a link in the description of the squeegee package that I purchased also on Amazon. That's a required tool, as well as the heat gun. Start in the middle and then work towards the sides. You need to use that squeegee to press the film down into that ridge. The top panels and the rear main cap all have ridges along the top, and those are the hardest parts of the wrapping. Getting the film to sit down in that ridge requires a lot of patience. You need to use some heat, and you use that squeegee to press it down in real nice and tight so you don't get any bubbles that will form over time. Start at the middle, work your way out to the edges, and constantly squeegeeing. You'll see in a bunch of places. Sometimes you get some wrinkles. If you're pulling on the film to stretch it a little bit, then you don't do it evenly, you'll get some wrinkles that form. Just pull the film back up, hit it with the heat gun. That'll take the wrinkles out, and then just keep moving along. So that's the process I'm using here, working out towards the edges. And this is the top panel. After I finish up this top panel here in a second, I'll move on to the side rear windows. That'll be the next video that you see. And at the end of the side windows, I'll explain a little bit about how that process went as well. Next, I'll be working on the rear quarter window section of the hardtop. I've already got one of my two pieces taped up and ready to go. Like I said, this should be easy. It's basically like a window frame. We'll have a flat section all the way around, no big ridges or anything that's going to be difficult to deal with, so we should have no problems getting the wrap nice and tight, nice and flat, no bubbles. So I've got it taped up. I'll take the backing off, and we'll get to wrapping. The next section I'll show you on time lapse for brevity. So that section turned out pretty darn good. Again, not professional level good, but pretty darn good. I'll kind of zoom up. You can see a pretty nice finish. One of the nice things about this section is that all of the edges are rolled. The plastic is rolled. So it's pretty easy to, when you're cutting, cut against this surface, and then the excess wrap just nicely tucks under all the way around. The same on the glass side. Cut it, you saw me cutting in the frame. I cut it along the glass edge and then just roll it under, and you get a pretty darn nice finish. Now, you can see, for example, here on the corner where all that material comes together, I am not perfect. A professional wrapper could probably do that a lot nicer, but I got like a little crease there and a little bit of edges. I don't want to mess with it too much. I'm worried if I overheat it, I could do more damage than good. So suffice to say, I'm pretty happy with the way that looks. We got a nice finish all the way around. A little bit of sloppiness in the corners, but not too bad. And I'll repeat that on the other side. Let me show you how I did the back section. This is actually pretty easy if you do it in 3 pieces like I did. I still have to finish that section, of course. But one strip along the top, basically from hinge to hinge, you can use like a scrap piece from the layout. And then one piece for the left-hand side and one piece for the right-hand side. So 3 separate pieces. If you do it this way, you will have a seam, but it's only right here where there's just about like a 1/4 inch of material. So I'll zoom in there. You can see where the seam is. You can barely tell. Then just cut around the hinge, cut around the glass and fold it in, cut along the sides and fold that edge in and along the top. The back is going to turn out actually really well. And then I also wrapped the hinge covers, and those will go on like this. And I'm not going to fasten it right there, but just hang it. And the back is actually going to look, I think, pretty nice. Okay, the majority of the top is done. Let me talk about what you just saw there. Thanks to my buddy Andy for being my helping hand. That would be really, really, really hard to do with just one person. The obvious difficult part are these ridges and getting the film to sit down in that ridge nice and tight. If you stretch it and pull it, it just pops out. So you have to leave it loose, press it down in there, get this surface down, and then you can kind of stretch it a little bit. Work from the center outwards. Another thing, these pieces where the roof rack attaches, those are impossible. There's no way you can cover that entire surface. Maybe a professional out there might disagree, and if so, please make a note in the comments. I don't think it's possible to completely wrap that. So I had to slice it around the edge, press it down in there, and then I'll just come in with another piece and cover up that little bit. Yeah, not perfect. You can see there's definitely some creases, especially along the edges where the material bunches. To me, this is 90% quality. Not perfect. A professional, I'm sure, could do it a little bit better, but for a DIY job, I am pretty happy with it. So the next thing I'll show you how is I cut the edges and push them in. I'll just kind of show you how you finish up the edges on the seal, and we'll be done. Okay, I'm going to show you how to do these edges. So this side has the rubber seal on it, so I got to be careful not to cut into the rubber seal. And I'm just going to cut about right there. You can see the edge of the top is right about there, so like 1/4 of an inch away. Just very carefully working around there. Try not to cut down into the seal, the rubber seal that's down in there. And then the nice thing is after I do this, I'll show you how it really easily just kind of folds down in there. And then down as we come to this part, I'm just going to cut along the top, the edge of the this side of the MIC top. So it gives me a nice surface to work against. Like that. There we go. Just keep it flat along that MIC top surface. That'll be enough to just kind of show you what I'm working on. And then you want to use the heat to kind of just tuck it down in there. So pull the seal, heat it up, give it a tuck. Use my finger to kind of push it down in there. And then just like that, boom, the seal covers it up and I'm golden. Same thing here. Use my finger and I've got this little tool. Give it a heat. When you put the heat on it, it makes it want to naturally kind of curl up in there. Just give it a little bit of heat. Use my finger and then use this tool to just kind of put it up. And you get a nice finish there. That looks real good. Yeah, real nice. So I'll just finish this. Basically repeat that process around the entire top. One little adjustment I want to note. On the top section here, on this initial version, the MIC top 1.0, this edge is the unfinished edge. Like right under my thumbnail. So initially I was trying to cut down here and fold it under, but this is the rough edge with the sealant on it and the wrap just isn't sticking. So instead what I've done is decided I'm going to cut it nice and flush with the top edge. So there you can see that's the unsealed edge of the top. And you can see that's given me a much nicer clean edge all the way across the top. So that's the process I'm going to use on that edge. And so I just need to finish that up, and that's the last step. So the next part of my video will be the big reveal of the completely finished product. Okay, I am excited to show you the finished product, and there she is. That is the final wrap top with the white painted stock steel wheels and the custom retro grill that I painted myself. Do a nice walk around here just so you can get a full view, and I'm super happy with how the whole thing worked out, and appreciate any comments if you like it, if you don't like it, suggestions, questions on the process. Happy to reply in the comments. I appreciate all the views, and if you like what you're seeing in my projects, I got other cool things cooking, hit subscribe. I really appreciate it, and thanks for watching.